Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's been a month since my last upload. So that upload came up, I want to say, at the start of shelter in place for me. And just like I said, it's now been a month, a few days over um, since then. So officially it's been um, a month and maybe 3 days since shelter in place started for me. And I know I promised that I would upload a lot more videos, but I got caught up doing other stuff that I don't usually get to do when I'm working, Tuesdays through Saturdays from 9 to 5, or sometimes 11 to 7, or sometimes later than that. So I'll be honest, at first I was very restless and didn't know what to do with myself. But now I've kind of like settled into this sort of routine. Um, Obviously, that did not include editing videos and recording more content for my uploads. But it's just been nice, I guess, to be able to relax and just, again, do things that you want to do that you don't usually get to do. Um, but yeah, back to this build. I've This is my first off the grid home, and so I do struggle quite a little bit with the lighting. You'll see that a little later and probably early on, I can't remember. But when I first got the Island Living pack, immediately I was like, I have to make this house because I also wanted to try a bit of gameplay. And so I'm a couple of hours in, I want to say, in terms of gameplay, and it's been fun so far. Also, this is probably the fourth or fifth time I'm recording audio for this. I don't know what's going on, but it keeps cutting off. And I don't know how to fix it, so I just keep trying to record and hope that it doesn't go away. So what I'm probably going to do is record audio in kind of batches and see if that helps, which I'm hoping it does. But the basic like shell of this house, I want to say, I saw this cute, tiny home photo on Pinterest. It was A-frame. It had that little, extension off to the side too. And I just absolutely like fell in love with it. So I might make a little more modern, like a modern take on the shape. So you might see that, I don't know when. I've been doing, the few times that I did play The Sims, it's mostly been to redecorate / redesign apartments. So you'll see that, hopefully. I'm a little busy this week. So again, usually I work Tuesdays through Saturdays. I'm working from home as well. But it's my birthday on Saturday, and I have a few webinars that I have to attend this week, so it worked out. So I'm working Monday to Friday. Yeah. Because I had not been on The Sims in like a long time, and just recently got back to it with this pack. And I got this can't remember when I got this, but it had been like a long while before I got on The Sims again, and so I'm a little rusty. And this took me way longer than it should, but I'm still really happy with the way it turned out, and I want to say it's probably up on the gallery. If it's not, by the time this video is uploaded, it will definitely be on the gallery. At first I wanted to keep this open, and then finally I decided, no, I'll close off the bedroom. And so that kind of worked out better for me with the living space. With the bed, at first I wanted to put just like the single one, but then I love how this one looks, and so I had to use it. It's not like, because it's off the grid, I can't have like my desk and my computer and all that stuff. So I was like, I have space, I can do this. Yeah, and as usual, my favorite mirror going into this build. You'll also see a few things that I like to do, which is potted plants in like corners, and not just one, but like two or maybe three. I struggled with the color for the curtains here. I don't know why. Like I guess I wanted to add in a pop of color, and then I realized, do I have to Do I have to use green? Can I use a different color? Because this build is very brown and orange and white and yellow, but it's pretty. It's just very warm and like inviting. So again, I just love it, and it really, I found myself using stuff that I don't usually, like in terms of like furniture like this. Like I would never use that in the builds that I do, but also because I feel like a lot of my builds tend to just be different variations and different colors in different apartments, you know? But it's fine. It's just the way I am. This is how I build. I'm sorry, I'm not even like talking about the build anymore. I'm just rambling. Doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo. It was at this point, now that I'm watching this, that I realized I forgot to make space for the restroom or bathroom. And so I tried to put it outside, and I was like, I still want my sim, even though this is like, you know, a pretty secluded island. I still wanted it to be enclosed. And so I opted to do this cute little outhouse kind of like extended out here. And I love it so much. It's like my favorite part of the house. Isn't that so weird? But yeah, I'm just really happy with the way it turned out, and I love it so much. Like I don't usually go for builds like this. You know me. You've seen my builds. So yeah, I'm just proud that this is what I came up with after a long like break from The Sims. And I want to say the most challenging part for me really was going through, you know, the build items and finding ones that work off the grid. I know there's a like filter for it, and I should have just used it, but clearly I wasn't in the right state of mind when I built this and got into it. But and this took me way longer than I feel like it should have, just because I haven't built on The Sims in a long time. I want to say, again, I've been obsessed with other games, and recently I picked up Pokemon Sword, because the deal was me and my husband would take turns, and so he played it first, and then finally, recently actually, Resident Evil 3 Remake was released, so I played that, and then we also got the FF7 Remake, which he's playing first. I'm gonna go after him. Technically, I could play also, but I was like, I'll let you finish. And that's why I decided to pick up Pokemon Sword, and I absolutely love it. I've reached a part where I'm actually further out than he is, so super proud of myself. But it's encouraged him to play again afterwards, and he said I think he's gonna start from scratch. But anyway, sorry, this is The Sims. I need to stop talking about other games, but I mean, I'm just glad that like there's still stuff or new games that I can play right now, because for a while I was in this funk with FF14 and I just didn't want to get on it, and it's probably because I had those new games like RE3 and everything, and it's amazing, by the way. If you haven't played the RE2 remake or RE3, please play it. RE3 is a little shorter. Like for me personally, it was short. I finished it pretty quick, but I think it's because they had the multiplayer one. But anyway, both amazing games. Definitely need to play it. My husband says FF7 is amazing, so y'all should play that too. Pokemon is amazing, so please play Pokemon also. I think I've played Pokemon since I was a kid, and I think there was like one of the more recent generations that I skipped. I think it was X and Y. I don't even know if that's the name for them, but that's the one I skipped. Anyway, I took a bit of time in this bathroom, mostly with the clutter. I try not to take too much time with the clutter, but the clutter just makes everything seem so much more lived in. And so I love it. And like, again, I've mentioned this probably plenty of times in previous videos, but there are so many simmers out there that do clutter so well, and I wish I was that good, but I'm not. And also kind of watching them sometimes, like especially in the kitchen, there's this one game pack that I really want because of the kitchen clutter items, and I just want it so bad because there's so many other stuff that you can put in the kitchen to make it like look, but I don't have it. Maybe one of these days. I have my eye on the Moschino stuff pack right now because I really want those windows, and I like the whole photography thing too. But this build, again, struggled with a lot of the off-the-grid stuff. The lighting, however, I found candles and stuff that I really liked, and I did put up lights just to help me build, so I can see the colors and everything. I really like it, like the lighting once I take out all of those ceiling lights, so pretty, especially at night. It's just, again, so pretty with the candle lights. And fun fact, I'm a little obsessed with candles, but since moving into this new house, I haven't gotten any new candles, and so there's not a ton of candles lying around the house. There's a few, mostly gifts, but they're like scents that I really don't like. Like, I don't know, I know some people love like the fall sweet like scents, but I can't stand them. Like, I love the summer ones, the fruity ones, and Bath and Body also has I don't know what they call it, but it's probably their like holiday. It's their like New Year's collection. I love the smell of their New Year stuff. Not so much the sweet Christmassy and like the sweet fall stuff. I can't. Like I just can't stand the smell. I can't explain it to you, but it just bothers my nose so much. Anyway, I'm sorry. Again, back to the build. We're pretty much almost done, I want to say, with this build. Just trying to fill up the house a bit more. Again, make it more lived in, a little more homey. I don't do a lot for the outside. Like, in my mind, it just didn't make sense to me to do a lot of landscaping. I don't know. You would think if you had your own island, you'd make it more make it more your own. But that that was not like what I was thinking when I did this. Probably also because I was like, this build is taking way too long. I'm just gonna put this, and this, and I'm done. And I'm so sorry for being lazy. These shelves, by the way, my absolute favorite shelves in the game. I want to say they're probably just a tiny bit more my favorite over like the plain ones that we have. Just because, I don't know, I like the way they look. I think it's I just whacked my hand on my desk. I think it's the kind of the metal bars wrapped around in the bottom of the shelf, like holding it up. I think that's what makes me like them even more, because I love like the mix of wood and metal. And if you see our house, not a lot, but some of our like furniture here at home is like that. It's a mix of like wood and metal, because I feel like it makes it a little more modern, but also not taking away too much from, you know what I mean. I'm horrible. This is probably why I'm not an interior designer. I can't explain things properly. But anyway, again, almost done with this house. I think it was at this point too, a little after this when I put more lighting in here, that I realized my sim doesn't have a lot to do in this house. Like, I'm so used to having a house like with a TV, with a computer, with, all these things. I do put a bookshelf. But mostly, like, even when I played this, my sim was just out and about, like, exploring the world because it's so pretty. And, like, I really enjoy the whole moving around in the boat, or if you see, like, one of those jet skis, because they go a little faster. I just hate how, like, I don't know if it's just me, but the respawn sometimes to move is very slow and it takes a while. But I mean, it is what it is. I am trying to make my sim here a mermaid, by the way, if I haven't mentioned that already. Um, she's not quite a mermaid yet. I did, again, I played a few hours, but not too much. I think at this point I was still obsessed with a few other games that I had going. But after this, you know, like the inside stuff, I decorate the kind of the patio area outside and the front and the back. And I do put a way for my sim to kind of farm a little bit and, or, so they're planter boxes. Farm plots? What do you call them in this game? I've been playing 7 Days to Die with a group of friends, and they call it farm plots, where you can, you know, plant the seeds so that we have food. But anyway, I figured if my sim had guests, she would need a little more seating for, like, you know, when she cooks and stuff. So I did put that out here. I don't remember if I actually put that grill. Did I put it out in front? Huh. I should look back. But it would be nice. I really like the idea of, like, having a grill on here, so I hope I kept it, or at least put it outside. Another thing that I put out here, by the way, that didn't quite make sense to me is that garbage bin right there. Like, who's gonna pick this up? Really? I probably mentioned that earlier too. I can't remember. This is the fifth time I've recorded audio for this, so forgive me if I'm just repeating myself. It did quite make sense to me, but I was so used to putting that out there that I was just like, whatever. And then the mailbox is on that lot, so I just kind of moved it closer. Laundry's out there. I don't think I put much else outside. Again, I was pretty much done. Once I saw myself, like, getting closer to the end, I was like, okay, let's go. Again, took me longer than I wanted it to. But it's still so pretty, and I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I hope you like it too, and I hope you download it for your world. Again, right now it's on Keypoint, but I'm pretty sure you can put this down, like, elsewhere if you wanted to. Are we done? I'm doing my, like, little one last look around, it looks like. I didn't put the grill. I didn't put it back there. I didn't see it in the front, so I didn't put the grill. Boo. Maybe I will. I'll finally put it in when I play again. So after this, I have to look through my files. I think I have a few actual, like, building from scratch builds, but I want to say most of them may be apartment redesigning and renovations. But anyway, here are the screenshots. Thank you so much for listening to me ramble, and I apologize again if I'm repeating myself, but this is up on the gallery, so again, feel free to put it in your worlds and let me know how you like it. Alright, that's it for me today, guys. I will see you in the next video. Bye, take care.